Assalamu alaikum and good evening. You are watching HumSub.TV and I am Munib Hamid with the news. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi says PMLN will form next government. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi has said that his government will complete its constitutional term and the people will vote the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz into power again. Speaking at the inauguration ceremony of 37-kilometer Burhan Shah Maqsood section of Hazara motorway here on Wednesday, he said the future government would come with the support of voters only and the politics of his party revolved around the decision of the masses. Mr. Abbasi said that a network of development projects had been laid from Punjab to Gwadar because of the vision of Nawaz Sharif, and the country had witnessed the real development during the past 4 years of the Pakistan Muslim League noon government. Chief Justice of Pakistan Mian Saqib Nisar says money should not be hindrance in way of education. The Supreme Court Lahore Registry resumed hearing a suo motu case on the inflated fee structure of private medical and dental colleges in Punjab on Thursday. Chief Justice of Pakistan Mian Saqib Nisar asserted that the court does not want money to be a hindrance in the way of an education. The Chief Justice of Pakistan had earlier this week taken notice of the deteriorating standard of medical profession and health facilities and inquired about the government's effort at improving the health sector. He also expressed concern over the exorbitant fee structure of medical colleges and summoned the chief executives of all 14 private medical and dental colleges in Lahore to furnish details of their bank accounts and amount of fee they charge for the present session for students, in addition to submitting affidavits about meeting PMDC criteria. Sharif off to Saudi Arabia for important meetings. Punjab Chief Minister Sharif left for Saudi Arabia on Wednesday, according to an official press release. The Chief Minister will hold important meetings in the kingdom besides performing Umrah. No word was given about the nature of the meetings. The departure, however, set many tongues waging as Mr. Sharif travelled in a special plane sent by the kingdom. Also, the visit came at the heels of his nomination as the Pakistan Muslim League noon candidate for the Prime Minister's office. A couple of days ago, Saudi Ambassador to Pakistan, Admiral Nawaz Ahmad Al-Maliki, along with envoys of around 24 countries, had called on the Chief Minister. Advisor to the Prime Minister on Finance, Revenue and Economics Affairs, Miftah Ismail seeks proposal to put economy on track. Newly appointed advisor to the Prime Minister on Finance, Revenue and Economic Affairs, Miftah Ismail has asked top officials of different departments to come up with proposals to put the economy on a sustainable track. An official statement issued by the Finance Division said that Mr. Ismail met senior officials of Finance and Revenue Divisions on Wednesday. All divisions were asked to brief Mr. Ismail about their workings and suggest measures to improve the health of the economy. Talking to officials, he said his resolve is to strengthen the economy and advance the objectives of sustainable and inclusive growth. He said he will try to focus on enhancing exports and increasing economic growth. He will also make an effort to broaden the tax base and lower the rates. Zardari will meet Qadri before multi-party conference, opposition leader Khurshid Shah stated. Leader of the opposition in the National Assembly, Syed Khurshid Shah, on Wednesday said a meeting would be held between Pakistan People's Party co-chairman Asif Ali Zardari and Pakistan Awami Tehreek chief Dr. Tahirul Qadri ahead of the multi-party conference being organized by the later on December 30th. Mr. Shah said it was not the first time that the People's Party was supporting Dr. Qadri, recalling that they had been allies in the Awami Ittihad and the Grand Democratic Alliance in the past. He said that People's Party stood by Mr. Qadri in his movement for justice for the victims of the Model Town carnage, and a delegation of the party would attend the MPC. Sale of CNG in Islamabad prohibited for 10 hours a day. Sale of CNG as fuel has been prohibited for 10 hours a day from Thursday onwards due to the disruption of the supply of gas and to facilitate domestic consumers. Residents of the capital are faced with disruption of gas in supply and lower pressure, and many complaints have been made to the capital administration in this regard. The Islamabad Deputy Commissioner therefore put a restriction on the over 80 CNG stations in the city regarding the sale of CNG as fuel for the next amount of 2 months. The notification issued from the Office of the District Magistrate says the huge amount of CNG used as fuel causes shortage of gas for domestic use and that there is sufficient ground for proceeding to prohibit the use of CNG as fuel for vehicles in order to provide immediate relief to the public at large. India faces fiscal deficit target miss after extra borrowing. India will borrow an additional 500 billion rupees this fiscal year, a higher than expected figure that could lead to its breaching its fiscal year deficit target for the first time in 4 years and hit the bond and equities market. The announcement by the Finance Ministry on Wednesday comes weeks after Modi's Investors Service upgraded India's sovereign credit rating for the first time in nearly 14 years. In a boost for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government, it had vowed to maintain fiscal discipline without compromising growth. But analysts said the additional borrowing was a negative that could raise the fiscal deficit to 3.5% of gross domestic product against Finance Minister Arun Jaitley's stated target of 3.2%. 5 dead, 6 wounded in Kabul blast, Afghan officials said. At least 5 people were killed and 6 others wounded in multiple blasts near a media outlet and mosque in Kabul on Thursday, officials said in the latest violence to hit the Afghan capital. There were 2 explosions. We still do not know the target of the attack, but Afghan Voice Agency is in the area of the attack, Interior Ministry spokesman Najib Danish said. A 3rd explosion was also reported, suggesting the attack may still be underway. A hospital official told that 18 wounded had been brought to his facility, including 5 in critical condition. United States airstrike kills 13 Shabaab militants. United States carried out an airstrike on Christmas Eve against the militant Shabaab group that left 13 dead, according to a statement released on Wednesday. In coordination with the federal government of Somalia, U.S. forces conducted an airstrike against Al-Shabaab militants on the morning of December 24, 2017 in southern Somalia, killing 13 terrorists, read the statement from the U.S. Africa Command. The United States has stepped up its operation in Somalia in recent weeks with frequent strikes against Shabaab and a separate self-proclaimed branch of the Islamic State in the Horn of Africa's nation. Arabs would not be led by Turkey, United Arab Emirates diplomat Anwar Gargash says in retweet feud. Senior UAE diplomat said on Wednesday that the Arab world would not be led by Turkey, the Gulf state's first comment on Ankara since a quarrel broke out last week over a retweet by the Emirati foreign minister that President Tayyip Erdogan called an insult. Anwar Gargash, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs of the United Arab Emirates, said there was a need for Arab countries to rally around the Arab axis of Saudi Arabia and Egypt. The sectarian and partisan views is not an acceptable alternative, and the Arab world will not be led by Tehran or Ankara. Israel wants to build Trump station near Western Wall. Israel wants to name a train station after Donald Trump to thank him for recognizing Jerusalem as its capital, but the site of the planned building could be as divisive as the U.S. President's declaration. Transport Minister Israel Katz said on Wednesday he had chosen a proposed subway stop near the Western Wall in Jerusalem's Old City, right in the middle of the area that the Palestinians want as their own future capital. I have decided to name the Western Wall station after U.S. President Donald Trump for his courageous and historic decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of the Jewish people and the State of Israel, Katz said in a statement. Paul Bayes, Bishop of Liverpool, criticizes Christian Trump supporters. A Church of England bishop has criticized American religious leaders who support Donald Trump, saying they cannot justify their Christian faith. Paul Bayes, the Bishop of Liverpool, said some evangelical leaders were uncritically accepting of things said by U.S. President and his allies. He said it amounted to collusion with a system that builds walls, not bridges. Mr. Trump has previously said he is proud to be a Christian. Obama warns of social media dangers in interview with Prince Harry. Former US President Barack Obama told Britain's Prince Harry he was concerned social media was corroding civil discourse. In what he said was his first interview since leaving the White House, aired on Wednesday. They can be cocooned in information that reinforces their current biases. Things aren't as simple as they've been portrayed in whatever chat room you've been in, he added. The question has to do with how do we harness this technology in a way that allows a multiplicity of voices, allows a diversity of views, but does not lead to a balkanization of society and allows ways of finding common ground. Airbus ready to axe A380 if it fails to win Emirates deal. Airbus is drawing up contingency plans to phase out production of the world's largest jetliner, the A380 Super Jumbo, if it fails to win a key order from Dubai's Emirates, three people familiar with the matter said. The moment of truth for the slow-selling airliner looms after just 10 years in service and leaves one of Europe's most visible international symbols hanging by a thread, despite a major airline investment in new cabins unveiled this month. If there is no Emirates deal, Airbus will start the process of ending A380 production, a person briefed on the plan said. A supplier added such a move was a logical due to weak demand. Sports. Djokovic determined to learn from injury toll. Former world number one Novak Djokovic admitted late on Tuesday his 6-month absence from tennis has taught him never to take his career for granted, describing his injury agony as a roller coaster ride. The 30-year-old Serb has not played since Wimbledon in July when a long-standing elbow injury forced him to shut down his 2017 season. As a consequence, the 12th-time major winner saw his world ranking slip to 12, his lowest place in 10 years. Weather forecasts for the next 24 hours. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country. Dense foggy conditions are likely to prevail over plain areas of Punjab and Upper Sindh during night and morning hours. That's all for now. For more news and updates, keep watching HumSub.TV. Take care. Please subscribe to HumSub.TV and hit the notification icon on the screen to get the latest updates of our channel. Thank you for watching HumSub.TV.